Chosen one, pause right now. Not gently, not halfway. Stop completely. Do not keep scrolling. Do not split your focus. Do not allow your thoughts to drift elsewhere. Take a single breath in, hold it, then let it go. Feel that shift. The atmosphere just changed. The inner noise quieted. Something deep within your chest moved without asking for your permission. This is not imagination. This is not emotion running wild. This is a spiritual interruption. This moment carries weight. This message is not background sound. This timing is deliberate. God has stepped directly into your path and declared, this moment is not for sharing. This moment is not for rushing. This moment is not meant to be received while surrounded by noise. That is why he instructed you. Watch this alone, right now, because what is about to be spoken cannot survive interruption. Chosen one, tune your spirit and listen closely. God never removes someone from the crowd without intention. He does not isolate at random. He separates with precision. When a word is delicate, it is released softly. When a moment is holy, it is shielded. And when a transition is fragile, it is carefully protected. God drew you away from the noise because the next words could not travel through fear, through old wounds, through the weight of other people's opinions, through lingering emotions, or through the pressure to explain yourself. This message demands clarity, not reaction. And heaven knew that if you remained in the noise even a moment longer, you might have answered from the wrong place within your soul. Someone has been pressing against your spirit recently, not by accident, not without awareness. They have been triggering familiar places, reopening conversations that should have stayed closed, mentioning words they know still carry weight, drawing you toward reaction instead of discernment. And God said, that is enough. Not because you lack strength, but because what you are becoming is delicate in this hour. Not delicate in power, but delicate in formation. And formation must be guarded. Listen to this carefully. God did not lead you here to soothe you. He brought you here to preserve you. There are moments when a single sentence spoken from emotion can unravel months of obedience. One reaction can reopen doors God has already sealed shut. One explanation can grant access to people who no longer have permission. So God interrupted you not to mute you permanently, but to safeguard what comes next. That is why your mind has felt crowded, why your patience has been stretched again and again, why old wounds have been touched without warning. The enemy does not strike without purpose. He strikes in seasons of transition, because if he cannot break you, he will attempt to provoke you. Chosen one, let us name what has been stirring inside you. You no longer feel compelled to explain yourself. You no longer feel driven to defend your motives. You are no longer drawn into conversations that lead nowhere. Environments that once felt familiar no longer give you energy. And part of you quietly asked, what is happening to me? The answer is simple. Nothing is wrong. You are outgrowing emotional disorder. God is recalibrating your emotional posture. Where you once reacted, you now pause. Where you once defended, you now discern. Where you once explained, you now observe. This is not avoidance. This is wisdom taking its place. Stay alert. This matters. Your energy now feels measured, protected, carefully contained. That is because God has marked this season as untouchable. You have entered a spiritual quarantine, not because something is wrong with you, but because you are becoming a threat to the enemy. One misstep, fueled by reaction, could slow the process. One right response, one moment of restraint, could accelerate everything. This is not the season to prove your identity. This is the season to safeguard what is being formed within you. Let truth be spoken clearly. Some people feel uneasy in your presence now, not because you have failed, but because you are no longer predictable. Your peace disturbs their disorder. Your silence reveals their noise. Your boundaries confront the instability they have been standing on. They keep trying to summon the old version of you. They speak about who you used to be. They touch places that no longer bleed. Why? Because they are hoping for a reaction, hoping you will respond in a way that feels familiar to them again. But heaven is declaring, do not revive what I have already buried. You are no longer that person. Hear this clearly. Silence is not avoidance. It is strategy. Calm is not weakness. It is authority. Stillness is not passivity. It is obedience. Every time you choose not to react, a cycle is broken. A snare collapses. An assignment loses its power. The enemy anticipated panic. He expected defense. He waited for explanation. Instead, you remained anchored, and that unsettled him. Chosen one, you are standing in the space between who you were and who God is now unveiling. And this space carries weight, because both heaven and hell are watching closely. God is forming discernment within you. Not only blessings, not only opportunities. Discernment, the ability to sense what is misaligned without needing evidence. The ability to walk away without closure. The ability to trust silence over noise. This is preparation for instruction, because what comes next is direction, and direction must be received without contamination. God is preparing to uncover motives, expose intentions, reveal hidden resistance, realign relationships, and confirm direction. But He needs your spirit clear, undefended, unentangled, unhijacked by emotion, fully focused. You will not need to speak. You will not need to confront. You will not need to explain anything. God will handle it. What you endured in private, He will address in the open. What confused you in silence, He will clarify plainly. What wounded you deeply, He will redeem completely. But this requires one thing from you. Chosen one, remain still. Stay calm. Stay quiet. Stay aligned. Not forever, just for now. Your next step is sacred. Your next season is delicate. Your next assignment carries weight and purpose. Allow God to complete what He has begun. If this message felt as though it was meant only for you, that was not coincidence. That was confirmation. Take a breath and remain close, because heaven is not finished speaking. Before you leave this moment, do not rush away from what has just touched your spirit. If something within you became quiet, if your heart felt understood without words, if peace settled where noise once lived, that was not emotion, that was God drawing near. Right now, offer a simple sacred response. Type Amen in the comments, not for attention, not out of routine, but as a gentle whisper to heaven that you heard Him and you are willing to remain still, aligned, and obedient. If this message felt personal, if it felt like it was meant to be received alone, subscribe so you do not miss the moments when God speaks softly yet shifts everything. And if someone came to mind while listening, someone overwhelmed, provoked, or spiritually weary, share this with them. This may be the calm their soul has been praying for. Remember this, chosen one. Your silence is not weakness. Your peace is not delay. Your stillness is obedience. Stay close. He is not finished yet.